New video from June 12th, 2026, new training session. Hello everyone and welcome to all of you. Today I will be following up on the first video, technical analysis, market review that I did for you a few days ago. We will see what happened compared to what I told you and check if the scenarios played out. And soon I will release a training session on gold, how to trade this commodity. You will see it appear in this channel in the coming days. Let's start with USD. I explained to you that we were stuck between these two levels, which corresponded to a range. As we can see here, we've tested both the upper and lower levels quite a bit. And I told you that in the short to medium term, the trend remained bearish. So I'm going to clean this up a bit. It's a little confusing to make it much clearer. As you can see, I told you last time that the price was going to retest the level, which is right here and corresponds to an important level, a level that has been retested several times. The price is getting closer to this level. We still need to be careful. There is a lot of liquidity above. You can see it here on my volume profile, the volume profile that I developed myself. This means that potentially we are going to retest this level and possibly push slightly above it, creating what is called a stop hunt and then head back down. All of this can only be identified with volumes, profile. You don't have real-time access to the contract and deep volume on the markets. It's impossible to know that contracts are sitting above a certain level. You can still see that it's very relevant. So I repeat, this level is going to be tested. In any case, that's what we're going to expect. Potentially a false breakout that will come and take out all the sellers who sell too early. You can be sure that some people are going to come and sell here with fairly tight stop losses here. The market will come and hit these stop losses, move back up, and then head back down again. And it's at that moment, of course, that frustration sets in and trading mistakes are made. So the plan doesn't change. Since it is currently Friday, we will wait until next week to see if we get a potential pullback in the market here, to possibly reach the support level below us. As for me, I took a buy trade here, a risky trade, I admit, to target this level. I'm in profit. I've exited the trade. I still have confidence in my technical analysis. And as we can see, we have a descending channel that is more than respected. It's more than relevant. So that's it for the euro dollar. Fundamentally speaking, we're still in a gigantic range as I had drawn for you. Regarding this specific level we have right here at the bottom, I am going to place it directly in front of your eyes. And we also have another level located right here, which serves to block off the top of the range. Quite simply, to be continued. For USD JPY, it's the same thing. So once again, I'm going to remove the drawings. So looking at the charts, as we can see here, we had a range. The high point is marked here, our low point as well. So it's the opposite of USD. Obviously, when USD goes down, USD JPY goes up. Even though I explained to you that USD JPY is a bit of a rebel, there is both a decorrelation and a positive correlation at the same time. So I would rather advise you to keep an eye on USD CAD and USD CHF if you're looking for correlations. What are we waiting for here? As we can see, there is a trend being respected. Same thing as I explained to you, we're going to wait for a breakout and a retest. A breakout, a retest, possibly here, and possibly look for a further breakout. So for now, I wouldn't trade USD JPY if I were you. We can see that it's still very messy. We have a huge range that has lasted for quite a long time, so the market is fundamentally bullish. That's true, but finding a good entry point remains quite complicated. Especially since over here on the left, we have a key level, an important level from June 2024, which dates back exactly 2 years. So I think we're obviously going to go for it, but it will have to be broken through. Only then can we consider a much larger upward move. As we can see, there are no recent levels on the left. So caution is advised. I don't recommend trading USD JPY at the moment. Regarding USD CAD, we have successfully broken through the high point. At least we tried to break through it. As you can clearly see right here, with the shadow that buyers tried to form, that is to say right here, the buyers were not able to break through the level. So more or less the same as USD JPY, we will wait for a breakout of the level. Well, it's already happened, but in any case, we'll wait for a retest on it to confirm the upward move. Still, be careful. We've had a very strong impulse for a while now. So personally, I would wait for at least a 50% Fibonacci retracement. So I'll color it right away so we can see it clearly. We'll put this in white. We'll put this in white as well. And we'll mark the 50%, which is the level I'm interested in fluorescent green, hoping we can see it clearly. You can see here the 50% also strangely matches up with the level I've drawn here. So Be cautious with a market structure made up of higher highs and higher lows. You can see here, it's really, there you go, it's skyrocketing. It just keeps going up, 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 up. We had a slight pullback here, and then we started another upward move. So here you have a market that's essentially made up of one impulse and a slight retracement. The second impulse hasn't had a retracement yet. So if you buy right here, you're going to get caught by the retracement. Wait for a proper retracement, ideally to lower price levels, confirmed by candlesticks, and then we can look to target the level that's here. This is the setup for USDCHF, so keep an eye on USDCHF. As I was saying, it's bullish. We had formed the high point, and you can see that what I drew is unfolding right now. So I invite you to rewatch the first video. You'll see what I explained actually happening. Once again, I'm going to clean up the chart to make things clearer. I was explaining to you that the high point had been broken. We are in a bullish trend that is established. This time, there is no longer any doubt. So we wait for a retest at this level. Why not? Of course, not today since it's Friday. Never enter at the beginning of the week. And as for me, if I were to enter a buy position, I would wait for confirmation with a 50% retracement, which once again matches the zone, which is very good. So I would wait for a move like that, a confirmation candle. Obviously, I would enter on the lower time frames. Euro NZD, as I was explaining to you. Be careful, we are indeed in a bearish trend. You can see it from the lower highs and lower lows. On the other hand, we tried to break the trend line that I just deleted. As you saw, let me quickly draw it again like this. You can see here, we have a range that has formed, so it was a false breakout. Once again, in any case, we tried to break the trend line. So be cautious if you're looking to trade. This asset was waiting for a clear breakout and especially a retest. And here we can see that there was a breakout. Everyone who entered either buying or selling, it doesn't matter. It seems we got caught out. We're going to wait for a clearer signal with a retest in order to aim for those higher price levels. So I believe that in my initial explanations, I specifically highlighted this level to you. Now let's talk about NZD-JPY, my position that I closed. So as you can see, the target was smashed, a target of 1 to 12. If you risked 100, you could have made a minimum wage, very clearly 1,200 euros on a single trade. That's still quite interesting, as we can see here. The price actually came up. It reacted perfectly to the specific zone I had drawn below. I'm going to draw it out for you now. I think it's clearly visible and you can see it right here. We came back to retest this horizontal zone and now a range is starting to form exactly in this area with a potential breakout at one point or right here. So be careful for everyone who stayed in the position. Obviously, you really need to exit. In fact, it's already late to exit and you can see it here. My target was met. An entry that is more than consistent. We can be sure that many people here didn't find this entry. As I explained to you, accumulation bullish, we had a retracement. And as you can see, this is the setup I've shared with you for years.